Hi there, welcome to my channel. This video is going to be a lab exercise where we will practice dynamic routing using OSPF. Make sure to check out the videos I made about dynamic routing and static routing as well. Now, let's get started. This is the topology that we are going to be working with. I've already configured the IP addresses on the router interfaces and the PCs as well, along with the default gateways. I've listed a note on the side that mentions the IP addresses I've used. Feel free to use the same ones if you try out this lab by yourself or just experiment. Now, let's start configuring. So starting off with this router, we're going to do enable conf t, and to configure OSPF on a router, we're going to do router OSPF, which is going to be followed by the process ID. So let's do that now. Router OSPF, I'm just going to keep the process ID as 1. Now the next step is to advertise the networks that we know about. In case of this router, it's going to be 192.168.100.0, 192.168.4.0, and 192.168.1.0, all with a /24 subnet. So let's do that now. So network 192.168.1.0. This is going to be followed by the wildcard mask. Wildcard mask is the reverse of subnet mask. So since here we are working with the /24, the subnet mask would usually be 255.255.255.0, but the wildcard mask is going to be 0.0.0.255. So let's do that. 0.0.0.255. This is going to be followed by the area number. This topology is in area 0. All of the topologies, so we're just going to keep the area 0. Area 0. Now let's do the same for the remaining networks. So network 192.168.4.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Sorry, just quickly correct that. Yeah, network 192.168.100.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Now let's move on to the next router. Here we're going to do the same thing. So router OSPF1, and the networks that we want to advertise in case of this router are 192.168.1.0 and 192.168.2.0. So network 192.168.1.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Network 192.168.2.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Now let's move on to the next one. You're going to enable conf t router OSPF1. Sorry. Yeah. Now the networks that we want to advertise are 192.168.2.0, 192.168.4.0, and 192.168.200.0, all with the /24 subnet. So let's do that now. Network 192.168.2.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Network 192.168.4.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Last one, network 192.168.200.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. That's it. Now let's go on each router and check the routing tables to see if these routes have been added there. So do show IP route. As you can see here, the routes have been added. So that means we've configured OSPF correctly here. Let's do the same for the other two routers as well. Yeah, see, here we go. We can see that the routes have been added here as well. And let's move on to the last one. Yes, you can see here the routes have been added again. That means we have connectivity. Now, while I was doing the configuration, I hope you noticed one thing, that I didn't configure OSPF on router 0G02/0 interface with the network 192.168.5.0. It is because I want to configure this router to advertise a default route. and that is going to work using the default information originate command. Let's do that. But first, for the default information originate command to work, we need to have a static route. So let's do that first. So it's going to be IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0, and the next hop IP address is going to be router 30 G1/0 interface, which has the IP address of 192.168.5.2. So let's do that. Now we're going to do the default information originate command. So let's do that first. That's it. And now we're successfully done with all the configurations. The last test would be to see if we've got configured it correctly, is to see if there is connectivity between this species and this species. So let's do that. So let's wait for some time. Some of the pings might fail because that's just the ARP doing its work. But now that you see all of the other responses are there, they are working. That means we have connectivity and we've successfully configured OSPF. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you find this insightful. If you like this, please share it with your friends and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.